right, guys, welcome back to the Side Dish Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Shin, joined as always by my co-host, Jay Lee.
Hey.
And we're joined as always by James Chung.
So,
Jay, what's that was a microsecond delay.
I don't know what got into me. Yeah.
Well, today's a very interesting episode because, first of all, we're recording at like noon, which we never do. James, how's your week been?
so my week's been reasonably chill, but I did last week. I went on a YouTube challenge. So,
Oh, nice.
There's this guy. His name's Ducky, and he works with Andy Trust. And he's like, they did this series. They're doing this series where it's like try not to laugh challenge.
Yeah, I think I've seen some of the content for sure. Yeah.
And so I helped them find people for the first episode. And so the second episode, they asked me if I could find more people, and I just applied.
Okay.
And I'd seen the first episode, and it's like, people just being so over the top.
Yeah. I saw some clips. They were pretty hilarious.
Yeah, so ridiculous. And I walk into the studio. They don't know I'm coming. Because you apply through Google Forms.
Did you use a fake name?
No, the producer organized
Okay,
everything.
gotcha.
They have a producer. And so she knew I was coming. But I signed up like last minute. I show up, and like as soon as I walk into the studio, there's like a waiting area. I'm approaching the waiting area, and this like dude wearing all like blue face paint, like blue outfit. The guy looks like Sonic the Hedgehog. I see him like walking by. There's like a Michael Jackson impersonator. There's all these like weird, like crazy characters, and I'm just like,
What was your bit?
I'm like, there's no way I'm going to compete with this. And I expected all this, right? I fully anticipated like some weird things that are going to happen just because I'd seen the first episode, right?
Yeah.
There's no chance I'm beating that. I can't top it.
Yeah, so what was your bit?
And so I was like,
Answer my question, James.
I'm getting to it.
Hurry up.
Well, it's not like I didn't do a bit though. That's the thing. I decided to break the script. I was like, there's no way I can make these people laugh in this way. So I bought like a folding, like a collapsible chair, and I got the folding table from my porch, and I brought like whiskey glasses and a bottle of whiskey, and I just had them like join me in this like in front of the camera, and I sat them down. We just started bantering, and I figured if I get them to sit and talk for a minute, I can make one of them laugh.
Yeah.
Just from bantering.
That sounds like a bit to me.
It is. It's like it's a bit.
So the bit was that you brought a picnic, an alcohol picnic to the stage.
My bit was that I wasn't trying to do a bit. Like I wasn't trying to make them laugh. At the very least, I figured I hadn't seen Andy in a while. I walk in, I see actually Moon's in there. He's like a guest host. And then Ducky, the main guy, I had been talking to him a little bit on and off. But I never met him before. So I was like, I want to use this chance to at least like meet this dude, get a drink with Andy, and like just hang out for a bit. At the very least, I get to hang out, right? Basically, like what happens is like Moon forgets. We're like chilling, we're cheersing, we're sipping on stuff, we're talking about whiskey, and then Moon like starts laughing while telling a joke, and he's like, "Wait a second, I forgot we were doing this like thing. We're doing this challenge," and then I won 100K.
Oh, so anyone who makes him laugh wins money.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is there a time limit?
You get like in theory like 3 minutes. It's flexible. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, you didn't just flip the script. You kind of broke the fourth wall in a sense, right? You're bringing the hosts onto the stage with you, so to speak, right?
Yeah, I was like, I need to like let their guard down because if you're trying not to laugh, well, then the level in which you have to go to make someone laugh is
right.
It's skewed.
Yeah. Also, you can definitely get in your head as a performer if you feel like the pressure to make someone laugh. So sometimes easing the.
Yeah, I basically created a win-win scenario for me.
Right. You got to drink on camera.
I got the drink on camera. Yeah.
Is that going to go on YouTube? Can we expect it to be clipped?
We'll see. I have
Damn.
no idea.
All right. Well, we've been clipping you and putting you on YouTube. So,
How was your week, Aaron?
oh my God, this week was so fucking intense. My infant son, my 14-month son, knocked over a pot of coffee and put his hand in the puddle and burned his hand. And it's my fault because I left the coffee pot within, reach, and he climbed on the couch and kind of pulled it towards him. So this is like if I hadn't done that, this never would have happened, right? So that's the energy going into it. And then my wife freaks out. I'm like trying to be cool about it because he put his hand in there for like maybe a full second and a half before I grabbed him, right? And immediately I'm washing his hand and, for an hour. So he cried for an hour straight, which was really stressful, but I was like, babe, I'll hold him. And I let him scream at me for an hour, but then he calmed down and was like generally very happy. We sent him to daycare. And then daycare sent us a picture like 2 hours later of his hand, and he just had like these enormous blisters, right? Which then my wife is like, why the fuck did we do that? Like they're gonna think we're bad parents. Like all this other like stuff going through her head, and then me trying to be like, kind of avoid the guilt, being like, babe, it's fine. Like things happen, but when you have boys, you can only expect like them to get injured. And she goes, that is not what you should be saying to me right now. And so we took him to the doctor. The doctor popped the blisters. We bandaged it up. But the next day, we looked at it again, and there was a little bit of blood on his pinky, which means it's a 3rd-degree burn, which is pretty intense. Then we took him to the hospital. Long story short, he's going to be fine. He's going to have a scar on his pinky probably, but I don't think that's a huge deal. But it was just so stressful because it sucked for my wife because she wanted to do all these things when he's at daycare. And this happened on Tuesday morning. So we had to just Tuesday, Wednesday, and yesterday just be at home all day with him and like redress his wound and do all this shit. So it was awful. It was awful. But lesson learned. Don't keep the French press on the table next to the couch because he will climb on the couch and then reach over the table.
Yeah. I wonder, do you think that he is at an age where he can like know now not to like knock things over? Is that
so?
Like,
he's really good. If you say "unbe" to him about pulling something or tugging at something, he goes, eh.
Yeah.
But he will listen to you.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's pretty traumatizing, I feel like, for him.
I don't think he's scared of the French press. I think he's scared of coffee. Probably,
Yeah.
like dark water.
Is the French press okay?
Yeah, it actually is. There's not a single dent in it.
Thank God.
Yeah, it survived.
I honestly think kids are meant to like get fucked up.
Yes, for sure.
It also could have been way worse. So thank.
Oh my God, it could have been so much worse. I mean, there's a short
so-
story by David Foster Wallace that basically ends with the baby getting hot boiling water poured on it by accident, and it's been seeping in its diaper the entire time of the story.
God.
And it ends with like the parents opening up the diaper and like being horrified.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that makes me so
Gross.
like, yeah. It's not just gross. It is gross, but it's also horrifying. It's horrifying in so many aspects. So he touched it, we're fine. But like if it had gone spilled on his legs, his feet, his cheek, I mean, he would have had a humongous blister on his cheek. It would have left a scar. So. And long story short, I learned a lesson. I also learned how to deal with mistakes. There's a saying in Korean. I don't know what it is, but it's like when you know that you're in the fault and you're awkwardly trying to like wait for the other person to like get over their anger, right? So say like I accidentally like hit you really hard or something, right? And you're like, ow! All I can do is sit there and be like, oh shit, I'm sorry, and then just wait for you to accept my apology. There is a term in Korean, I forget what it is, but Jaehyun told it to me. And that's exactly what I felt, which is like, as soon as it happened, I was like, I'm totally at fault here and I'm so sorry. But then also my stupid man brain being like, but babe, like accidents happen. Like we shouldn't dote on the negative. Like we should. And she was like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like I'm pissed at you. Like I'm just mad. And there's nothing you can do that's going to make me feel better.
Scratched a new car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I scratched the car, yeah.
I burned my finger when I was a child. I was a little bit older, 5 or 6 years old or something, but my fingerprint is burned off permanently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that's why we never caught the Long Island Killer until just now. Yeah.
I've always wanted to like commit crimes with it, but instead I just
But that's also the biggest tell. It's like the killer only is missing a fingerprint on his index finger.
Well, no. I've always wanted to commit crimes with my missing fingerprint, but instead I have trouble getting through customs or immigration in Incheon.
Yeah,
because the finger scanner.
Yeah. It just reminds me of that scene in Men in Black, right? That's what I'm thinking of.
I have the same problem, but it's because my hands are sweaty AF.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
All right, that's my week. Well, also I helped Saul yesterday with his wedding, which was pretty interesting. Not interesting. That's not the right word. It was really hectic. It was like pick him up, take him to Costco, buy as much booze as we possibly can fit in this cart, and then drive him to his wedding venue. Listen to him talk to his wedding planner for 30 minutes, pitch in my 2 cents, get home in time that my wife isn't mad at me because I'm still kind of in the doghouse about the whole finger burning thing with my son. It was a very high stress day. I was exhausted.
You know, the Costco run for Saul was my idea.
Really?
Yeah.
So I should be blaming you.
Well, he was like, we have X number of, he was like, we don't have any wines except what's left over after dinner.
Right.
And I go, that's an awful idea.
Yeah, you need more booze.
You need a lot of booze.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's Costco. I think you can just return whatever.
You can't, actually. I don't think you can return booze to Costco.
Well, someone will drink it.
It's booze. It'll get drank.
I've never heard of Costco not returning anything or taking returns on anything. There's like Costco.
I might be wrong.
You might be. I mean, I don't know. Maybe booze is unless booze is like, I doubt it. No, they must. But I know Costco like famously will take any returns. You can take like an old plasma screen TV from like 2003.
Half-eaten watermelon.
Yeah. Like people like return fucked up shit to Costco.
Yeah. What's this on the outline? My time to shine, but failed miserably.
So as you guys know, I play in an orchestra with an instrument that is quite new to me, and I'm second trumpet, and the first trumpet player is out for the next month. And we just got a new piece. It's a really cool Mexican piece called Danzón No. 2, and there's a trumpet solo in it. And so we got the music day before rehearsal, and I was like, I'm gonna try to play the solo during rehearsal. And so I practiced the shit out of that. Practiced for like 3 hours. Went home, practiced even more. My lips were like fucked up, but I kind of got it down. And so I show up to rehearsal, and I'm like, this is my
time to
moment.
shine. Yeah.
And the conductor's like, first trumpet's gone. Is anyone willing to try it? And I was like, I'll give it a shot.
Let me look at this real quick. Okay.
I'll try to sight read this.
Yeah.
And my lips were so fucked that I couldn't even like make a sound.
Classic mistake.
Oh my God.
Wait, why were your lips so fucked though?
Because I practiced way too much.
You practiced too hard.
Yeah, I practiced way too hard. And so, I mean, the second and third time around, it was like a little bit better, but definitely didn't go.
So did the conductor immediately be like, moving
You're
on?
fired. You're out of here. No, it was.
Are you still in the running to do the solo then?
I'm not gonna do the solo.
Okay.
I just wanted to try it. Yeah,
It could have been you.
I mean, perhaps. I mean, the conductor maybe half jokingly was like, "You can
Try
do
again,
it."
yeah.
Like for the thing, but my sound isn't good enough. But I do have a kind of related story. Is that when I was in like the 8th grade or something, I went to Palm Springs with my family and had a round of golf to play with my dad. And as you know, I'm pretty competitive, and my dad's really good at golf. And so I was like, I'm going to beat this guy for the first time. And so the day before we went to Palm Springs, I had weights at home, and I was just pumping iron.
Oh, wow.
Just trying to get my strength
in the garage.
up.
Just like, Jay, what are you doing down there? Nothing, Mom.
Yeah.
I'm jacking off. Yeah.
And so we get to Palm Springs. It's day of, and I can't move my arms. I can't move my arms.
This is a pattern for you.
Yeah, and so we couldn't even play. I couldn't even play, and I didn't play.
You ruined the entire golf trip.
I think there's something there that I need to maybe
It sounds like
explore.
a pattern.
Yeah, you go too hard,
Yeah.
and then you ruin
too
everyone's...
hard in the paint
Yeah.
for show.
You blew it.
I did.
You blew it big
blew it.
time. When's the last time you blew it big time, James?
So I was in this try not to laugh challenge.
But you made them laugh.
I know you succeeded.
No. That was I don't know.
That was a
Time
lie. I knew it.
No. The time I blew it really hard. I don't know. I mean, certainly there are things. I mean, I can't think of anything at the top of my head.
I went on a date with a girl, and she came back to my apartment and we watched 2 movies back to back, and I never made a move. That is my big I blew it moment for sure. I tell that story to people now, and they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" But at the time, I just didn't know how to talk to girls. I didn't know how to mac on girls. So yeah.
I mean, if that's
But 2 movies back to back after a date, going back to your apartment to watch a movie, and then the movie ends, and I go, do you want to watch another? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. Like,
I mean, if we're talking about times we blew like
blue dates, yeah. Romantic leads.
those would be. I mean, those are plentiful.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's the thing about like growing up. Like you learn how to like navigate these situations.
Mm-hmm. When's the last date you went on? Actually, I'm curious.
That's
Have
a
you
good
gone on a
question.
date in the last like year and a half?
Have I gone? I don't really know. I mean, it depends on like what you consider a date. I would say like
I'll clarify. You went into it with the intention of like you and the other person went into it assuming that it was not even assuming, knowing that you were there for a romantic liaison, so to speak. I'm saying Tinder or Bumble or Hinge.
those things. I don't use.
You're
the
not on the
apps.
apps,
I
I
don't
see.
use the apps. Yeah, I have I have some apps on my phone. I don't really use them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember the last time I even turned them on. I mean, I'm certainly like not even like findable. I'm like off the network. But I mean, either way, I don't use the apps much anyway.
So I'm sensing the answer is no.
My answer is different because like I guess I maybe I approach dating a little bit differently.
Yeah. To clarify, I'm not talking about like hanging out with a girl one-on-one in the auspices of like hanging out. I'm saying
That's
like
all the time.
obviously, yeah.
But no, but yeah, I don't.
So no, you haven't gone on a date.
I must have. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I must have. Like it's all amorphous to me.
Jay, you gone on dates in the last like year?
In the last year, yeah, I've gone on maybe like 2, 3.
Yeah. I've gone
But
on
not
like 1 or
this
2.
year.
Yeah. What else is there? What else is there? Overpass accident. Oh my God, what the hell?
Did you hear about that?
No.
You guys didn't hear about that?
Oh, the bridge that fell on some
Yeah,
people?
yeah.
Yes, I did hear
I know,
about
like,
that.
What
3 people died.
3 dead.
I actually was
Crazy.
driving past that area maybe an hour or an hour after it happened, and I just saw a bunch of like fire trucks and policemen, and there were so many. I had never seen that many.
It's crazy because when you think about like, there was that big department store collapse in the 90s, right?
Samsung.
Uh-huh. And since then, I think Korea has taken construction a lot more seriously. But at the same time, even in my complex right now, there's like maybe 12 buildings, and we have a big like chat basically with everyone in our complex can like lodge a complaint or just like say something. And there's one like building in particular that seems to get like the worst problems. And there's a part of me that's like, I bet you the developers just knew that, because the way it works in Korea is like all the people who used to live in this land are promised an apartment that's twice the size of their current one that'll be built 5 years from now, whatever. But I'm sure that because they're probably assholes, they're like, we're just going to give you the shittiest building. We're going to
Is that the building?
I assume it is, because this one building has all the problems, man. They have sound, they have like noise complaints, like their insulation from sound is awful. They're right next to the highway.
I thought
They got
noise-
cockroaches. It's like, it's bad,
Jeez.
dude. It's like, I feel so awful because
I feel like noise is like there's like a legislated like
yeah, totally.
decibel level
Right,
that can
right.
travel between
They
homes.
complain about it so often that I'm almost positive there's something about their building that's not like the same as ours. Because like I can still hear my neighbors a little bit, but the way they complain is like they can hear everything, and that's fucked up, man. And when you live in a new construction building, and then also, I mean, because I watched this movie on Korean Netflix about this very issue of like corrupt building owners and like developers doing shady shit. It reminds me of this quote is like, the problem in the world isn't evil people, but it's good people, because otherwise who would give a shit? But it's like, that's pretty much what it is, right? Like there are people who just want to make money and they don't give a fuck about who gets screwed over. But obviously, like, I kind of care. Like, I feel awful for people who have to live in like terrible circumstances, relatively speaking. And it just makes me think like, there's a lot of greed out there, and there's a lot of like unaccountability. Not to get political, but okay, let's get into the dish of the week. So this week, I want to talk about self-optimization. And the reason this comes up is because, do you know the podcast Diary of a CEO?
I've heard of it.
You've heard of it, right?
Yeah.
I get
I've
clips
just
all
heard
the
of
time.
it, yeah.
So the guy who like runs
yeah.
it, his name's Stephen Bartlett, and he went viral for saying this, and I quote, "I had a couple of glasses of wine, didn't get drunk. It ruined 3 days of my life because of domino effect it caused. I got worse sleep that night. Then I ate I ate poorly the next day because of my dopamine system. The cortisol system was all messed up. I podcasted worse. I didn't go to the gym that day or the day after because I felt really bad. Then I slept worse, and I could track all this on my Whoop, which I guess is an app." So he's going viral.
It's the wearable.
Okay, so he's going viral right now because like everyone's roasting him for being like, I drank 2 glasses of wine and ruined 3 days of my life.
Yeah. It sounds like he's very much externalizing his locus of control.
Oh shit, dude! Somebody's a self-optimizer.
I mean, it's crazy because like, I mean, obviously, like to some, like I agree. If you have like a bad night of sleep, it can trickle down into other parts of your life. In fact, my like building getting crashed into, that was like the start of like a series of really like days where I got really bad sleep.
But you also just get bad sleep.
Well,
in
no, for me
general.
that trigger is like quite sensitive, I guess,
I see.
so to speak. I mean, my week ended up being really busy, like the 2 weeks after, but man, like blaming all of that on two glasses of wine is insane.
It's insane. But then it begs the question of like, has sort of like the self-optimization and like being your best self and being like the most efficient person. I mean, even the podcast name, Diary of a CEO, he only interviews the most successful people and they reveal their secrets of how, you know, what makes them successful and all this stuff, which for me, I don't find anything wrong with that. I find it very interesting, frankly. I actually listen to his podcast. But at the same time, I do have to remember that all these successful people can retroactively basically say like, this is why I'm successful, which is such a false premise, right? Like, you're successful because of so many myriad factors that are invisible, and luck is the biggest one. Luck is by far the biggest factor for success than anything else. Discipline's important, for sure. Networking is important. Being articulate is important, but luck is the biggest, and that's like something that I want younger people to realize, I guess, is like, if you get lucky and you aren't an alcoholic, you know, those two things can like meet, and then you can probably like jump off from there.
I disagree.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think that luck is the biggest thing, but I do think that you need luck to really reach that next level.
Luck is like what? It's like preparation and time.
Opportunity meets preparedness.
Yeah, because I think that's a dangerous message to send to the younger kids is like, oh, all you need is luck, and then they're just going to sit on their ass and not do anything. Like,
right.
You got to try.
Very
you got to
fair.
put in your effort. You got to do your best.
Very fair. But you don't need to do cold plunges, right? You don't. You know, all these things that, like, look, I like Andrew Huberman a lot. I think he's a very smart guy, but I also feel like there's a lot of like, you know what alcohol does to your system, and he has this whole viral thing. Was like 1 drink of alcohol is equivalent to blah blah. And I'm like, bro, chill the fuck out. Go get a beer with your friends. I just to play devil's advocate, I do want to advocate for like, go out and get fucked up. Have a hangover. Have a hangover that ruins your life for 3 days. That is what living is not all about, but it's a crucial point of living.
I like totally. I get like min-maxing your life, like optimizing, whatever. I get it. I also feel like some of the things that people tell you to do in order to achieve that, like the people that have like, I don't know, in gaming terms, like the meta of like life maxing or whatever, it's not sustainable for everybody. You can't have everyone eating like chia seeds and no seed oil, you know, whatever. You can't. Right. It's impossible.
There's not enough chia seeds.
Well, like you can't. There's just not enough resources in the world to create like one grand like min-maxed meta of life to like, you know. Not everyone can become a CEO. Right.
Not everyone can be a CEO.
It's just not. That's just not how it works. Right. And so I don't know. I find it like it's a little bit unsavory to me. I don't know.
So you're not. Has anyone here read a self-help book before?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I've read like Tim Ferriss. I don't know if that counts.
Like the 4-Hour Work Week or whatever it's called.
I've read most of his earlier books. I think. Yeah.
What have you read, Jay?
Mark Manson's.
The Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Yeah.
He also did Models.
Mark Manson.
He was like the new age at the time, like the new age, like pickup artist after like, you know, the dude with like the crazy hat and like
I don't
whatever.
think so.
That's different. I think that's different.
because the series of books that I know of him are The Art of Whatever.
Yeah.
Not giving
the
a
subtle
fuck.
art of not giving a fuck.
Or-
but you're
yeah.
talking about the guy who wrote like
The Game.
the game.
No, that's Neil Strauss.
well, someone.
'Cause, yeah, somebody read it.
No. This was like a thing people talked about back like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But there was like a shift from like you have to wear, you have to peacock or like wear like loud hats and like stand out in a bar to like no, just like be a good person.
Yeah, be a decent person. My big takeaway. I never read the game, but I had a younger friend at church who like read it and was like, "Yo, Hyung, you need to read this book." And I was like, "If you had to give me one piece of advice, because I'm never gonna read this fucking book, one piece of advice," and he goes, "Eye contact." And I literally would do that. I would like go out drinking, and I would like kind of
creepy. Yeah.
not like creepily, but I would be like, if I locked eyes with someone, I would hold it for 3 seconds because that's what he told me. He's like, you gotta hold it, and that lets them know that you're interested. It never worked for me, but I did do it. So,
I mean, you can't break down like human relationships and psyche into like a bunch of pro tips, top 10 things you should do on a date. Like it's crazy, right?
yeah.
It's so reductive.
Yeah. I mean, I think psychologists might beg to differ.
But I mean, but it's like I think the original versions were for men who like have like no idea of social whatever mechanics.
Yeah.
But then the average person just needs to hear like, no, you just have to like get your shit together.
Yeah, be an interesting person, and also go out and drink. Drinking is a big part of meeting people. I guess I'm such an old person. Yeah. What do young people do to meet people these days?
They don't.
Okay, so then my point being, go out and get drunk with your friends and strangers.
Well, they're doing running clubs and.
I mean, we talked about this on Delilah's episode, but running clubs, man.
Running clubs, like morning, like what is it, like coffee
Morning
clubs,
raves.
like
Morning raves. I've been seeing a lot of that stuff. Yeah. If you guys had to speak vulnerably and candidly about your self-optimization goals, what would they be?
I just want to sleep better.
Better sleep. Jay?
I just try to be productive, I guess. Try to like always be working on something. Whether
I know this about you too, because you said this to me before about like, I just want to be productive and I want to be doing stuff. But I feel like you like joined an orchestra, you learned trumpet, like you're already doing more than I think most people do, which is picking up a new hobby, right?
Do you still feel like you're not doing enough?
I feel like there are things that I still want to do, but I am doing a lot of stuff, and so I'm like, I don't have enough time to.
When will you be just satisfied?
My personality does not allow me to be satisfied, I think. Yeah.
Well, given by our set log account, nobody's doing anything.
So I pitched the whole set log idea to Aaron. I was like, I think this will be really fun if we do it. For me, it was a one-time thing.
Yeah, I thought we were doing it forever.
No.
I don't know if you get my notifications.
I get them every time.
I turned that shit off.
Every
Yeah, I was like,
wait. So
you turned it off.
yeah.
Wait. So Setlog is an app where every hour it tells you to shoot a 1-second video of what you're doing. It's like Be Real, but with short videos, and it's every hour. And
I'm gonna do it right now. Keep talking.
And like, I honestly, I think the idea is fun, but there's so much nothing going on, like nothing meaningful. And this is a common issue with like what would Be Real blowing up during COVID or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of people just work all day.
Yes.
It's just a bunch of photos of coffee.
I frankly think it's still interesting to see someone, and in fact, not just interesting, it's hilarious to see someone for 4 hours straight at their desk. I think that's good content for me, but I understand that the aesthetics of productivity is what the social media sphere feeds to you, right? Like every hour you should be doing something kinetic and something like that dynamic, and the visuals, around you should be different. But that's like, I want to say it right now, for our set log, being boring, you guys know, man, from like 4 to 10, I'm just at home with the kid. Like all my set logs are just me and my baby, basically, And
but
that's
the
how it should
baby's
be.
the X factor in your life. You never know what Lucas is going to pull from the table.
And you're always
That's
like
true.
doing something that can be interesting for that app, but like there was one day where I kept getting a notification. I was literally at my desk and I was like, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore. So I'll like go outside and take a picture of my balcony or something. You know,
I remember that one. I was like, oh, that's his balcony.
But then that defeats the purpose of this concept. It's like, you're not being real. You're not
like,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
What if I want to watch like the 6th episode of Mad Men?
You should.
Day?
I actually think this is a Korean app, for the record, right? This is a Korean app. And I think that they advertise it to be like, you can socialize with your friends in a different way, which I believe in that. But I also think that it's useful for couples to be like, what are you doing when we're not together? Because Korea is such a couple-centric society. Yeah. So I really think it's like a anti-cheating app, like literally log in each hour with me of your day to show me what you're doing. That's how I interpret it.
That would be crazy if like a couple, like they were just like, you have to do it.
You miss set log, babe. I'm sorry.
I guarantee
for sure.
There's like private couples set logs that are like, you have to show me exactly doing every single
for
day.
Sure.
I will say, because I've seen you and Jaehyun post, and it's cute seeing like the different perspectives of the same day.
But also to your point of like the performative aspect, it'll be like, Jaehyun will take a set log of me with Lucas, and I'll be tempted just to like put the camera on her, but like, no, you know what? I'm gonna wait 20 minutes and let's see what we're doing then. But then 20 minutes later, it's just her holding him and me. It's very silly, but it's fun to do.
Well, actually, it's curious. It's funny because like, there's no good reason why it needs to be like this. But ScentLog doesn't ping you between, what is it, after 11 p.m. and then until 4 a.m. or something
like that. Yeah.
Those are James's peak hours.
Yeah, those are my peak hours.
Peak cheating hours, man.
Those are my I'm my like
with your missing fingerprint, just committing crimes.
Yeah. I mean, that's where all the fun stuff happens, but I don't get to put on my set log.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, this is actually unironically that is true for you. I feel like you have a very active social life that happens at the nighttime.
Well, what I mean by this though is, imagine like couples, but like, they can get it, like maybe it's designed this way specifically.
Oh, so they can step out for 5 hours. Yeah.
This is daycare.
Yeah. Your Honor, the set log just doesn't record for the hours of 11 to 4 a.m. My client was unaccounted for. Okay, so self-optimization. So you want to get more sleep, and then Jay, you said that you always are trying to do more, basically.
And then can we get your?
Oh my God, I have so many.
Okay,
is that weird? Okay, I want to get more tattoos.
That's self-optimization.
Yes. It's actually self-actualization.
Okay.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I'm like 4.
You have everything else. You have shelter,
dude. I'm 4 like really cool tattoos short of self-actualization, but I can't decide.
That's what's holding you back.
It's been holding me back for a long time. So there's that.
Okay.
And then learning Korean, big.
That's a great one.
Factor. But hey, I got some news for you guys. I just had my first Preply session yesterday, and now I'm doing Preply 2 times a week.
Were you inspired by Metop?
Use code METOPISME at checkout for 50% off your first lesson. But no, I did not. I make a lot of money.
Did you use her code?
I totally forgot that she was sponsored by Preply until after the fact.
You could have supported our friend.
Can't wait till we get sponsored.
I realized that she would probably get a cut of that promo code. I didn't really realize that until after the fact. Otherwise, I would have. But I was like, I don't need 50% off. So I'm actually going to start doing that. And I had my first lesson, and it was so funny because the teacher was like, your Korean's really good. Like after we did our introductions, and I was like, no, you don't understand. You think that I'm good because your expectation was at 0, right? But like for me, I'm an idiot at Korean, and I've been that way my entire life. I have a psychological sort of like impasse I can't cross. So the reason why I want to outsource it to a tutor, which I've never had before, is like, you don't know me. So as you get to talk to me, you will realize how stupid I am at certain things. And we're having a conversation, and then at one point, we're talking about like sun tanning. Or she's like, what do you like to do on vacation in Korean, right? And I was like, 뭐 바닷가에서 sun. I was like, what's the word for sun? And she goes, 해? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, oh, you don't know the word for sun in Korean, but you know all these other words. Like you know how to say like all these 있는데, 니까, but all these other like conjugatives. And I was like, yes, this is a prime example. Like I don't know the word for sun. And then I was like, what's the word for moon? And she goes, 달? I'm like, yeah. I think I knew that, but I would not be able to summon it from my brain. So these are great examples of like, as she's getting to know me, like I'm just my Korean isn't just bad; it's like blocked off somewhere. I can't access it.
Well, there's
sometimes.
a difference between like recall and recognition.
Right. Like if I see the word for moon, I can probably recognize it, but for sun, I just never bothered to like lock that into long-term memory. So that's all to say that, you know, that's me trying to self-optimize, self-actualize. And the last one is just exercising more, which I have been doing because of the baby. But like I kind of want to like, I don't know if I want to like get big, but I want to change my body type basically. You know what I mean? Like I was always so like slim and skater boy kind of aesthetic for so long. Now that I can't skate anymore, I realize that I might as well like try mogging everyone and just being like, you know, a little bit buffer. So that's those are the big three.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
go hand in hand with
Show your muscles.
tattoos.
I know, right? Oh my god! Can you imagine me just being a buff tattooed guy?
No neck. No, wait.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and that's my thing.
Well, there's one more game I had in mind. I mean, we could workshop it here to see if we want to use it later.
Is it fun?
You've probably done this before. It's
Zip zap zop.
it's zip zap zop. No, it's sorry for being late.
Oh,
Sorry,
like-
I'm late.
Sorry, I'm late. Like
Is it an improv game?
It's we use it as warm up, but it's not. It's basically
he's so nervous. He's so nervous. He's stuttering right now.
No. So it's you start by going. Sorry, I was late, and then you describe the plot to a movie. So, for example, sorry, I was late. I was waiting at the bus stop next to a guy, and he just kept telling me his like life story.
Forrest Gump. I
Yeah.
see. Sounds like something Jay's gonna cut from the final edit.
That's kind of fun.
It's movies, yeah.
We should all be very obscure and try
Yeah.
to impress everyone with our
well,
film knowledge.
I think we should pick ones that
That
people know.
hopefully, well, people,
Including
and each
us.
other, will know because we have to guess it, right?
Right.
Or we don't have to guess it. It's
Yeah,
just-
but if you do like Jaws, like sorry I was late, there was a shark at the beach, like you know, you slap,
Heyo.
you know.
Well, you can pick a detail from any point in the movie, right?
yeah,
Sorry I was late. I was looking for a bigger boat, like that. Sorry,
and you have to do it in that voice.
sorry I was late. I needed a bigger boat, like that.
What's that even from?
You've never seen Jaws, have you?
Oh,
he
sure,
just-
yeah. I've
just
not seen
Jaws.
Jaws.
Jaws. All yeah.
Yeah, you're only doing Jaws. Okay.
That's my entire bit.
Okay, I'll
Is
get
it that
mine
we're
over
gonna need a
with.
bigger bow? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen it.
So you haven't seen Jaws?
No, I haven't. I
Yeah,
haven't.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was late. I was walking through, my normal nature walk around my house, and I came across this chest, and
Jumanji. Is it?
yeah,
No way. Also, although in the canon, Alan Parrish doesn't find it on his nature walk. He finds it after being mercilessly pursued by bullies, and then hides in a ditch that his father's construction company or whatever is digging, and he
Yeah.
finds it there.
okay.
Just
boom roasted, but also in the very beginning,
yes, true.
There was like
Those like two brothers in the forest. Yeah,
and
yeah,
so
yeah.
that was kind of what I'm
Yeah,
imagining.
yeah, yeah.
Although
Okay.
I don't know if it was in a chest. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's to
But,
say?
yeah.
Okay, Jumanji. Good one.
Sorry, I was late. I was on my way to work, and I was sitting with my colleague in the car. We're driving, and I was telling him about my travels. I'd just gotten back from Europe, and I was just telling him some quirks about Europe, and how they say things funny or whatever.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Good one. Sorry I was late. My best friend found a new friend and we put us in an awkward situation where we had to get to know each other. And I was frankly just a little bit miffed that I had been replaced.
Bridesmaids.
No. And as sheer happenstance, I happened to push this guy out the window, and everyone fucking hated me, and I was totally ostracized by a friend group that I led and I was a beloved member of. And so I had to go on a journey to not only like find him after he was pushed out of the window, but then we were locked in this psychopath's house, and this guy was dismembering people.
Saw?
And he was like creating like spiders with different people's heads on it, and it was truly
True
horrific.
Toy Story.
Yes.
Nice.
Sick.
Nice.
Nice. Buried the lead on that one.
Yeah. Oh, that was a great one. That was a great.
Sweet.
One. Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a great place to end the
Yeah.
episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I just want to also say we crossed the 100 subscribers threshold on YouTube. So thank you so much for tuning in and frankly following us and spending time with us. It really means a lot. And with that said, we'll catch you guys in the next episode.